Hi, this is proper use of the chainsaw. I have personal protective equipment such as a hard hat, my glasses, I have hearing protection, boots, and really important, I want all my guys to have high vis on so I know where they're at all times when we're doing tree work. Getting to the chainsaw here. This is a steel chainsaw. It has a sheath on it to protect the chain. We want sharp chain. This is your chain brake here. Here we have bar oil, mixed gas, blue can, always blue can with mixed gas. Here we have the throttle. This is your choke. You pull the trigger in, push it all the way down, and you can start it. You always start it from the ground. You never pick it up and hold it when you're starting it because it could cut you and go the wrong way. This is your bar oil. It's always in an orange jug. And here's your blue mix can here as well. That's basically it on a chainsaw. Like I said, you start it up on the ground. Put one hand here. One time choke. As you see, the chain wasn't moving when I first started it. It's because the chain brake was on. That's a safety so it doesn't kick back on you. And that's about it on a chainsaw as far as safely starting it. And that's the tree over there that we're going to take care of. We're going to take all the little limbs off first, clean that up out of the way so that we can cut up the main branches and haul that away. So we'll take off all these little limbs so the stuff's out of the way and we can safely work on the trunk of the tree without nobody getting hurt. Once I get a little bit of the limbs done, we're going to clean them up so I can safely step forward and keep cutting more limbs off so that I'm not tripping and falling with the saw. You always put the brake on when you're done, so when you start it again, it's not, the chain's not spinning on you. Stress enough. Here's a pinch point that you're going to have when you cut this branch. So I'm going to work my way back to it, stop, and then I'm going to have to do some undercutting there and come back on the top and cut it down so it doesn't pinch the saw. Because once you bind up a saw, you got to move the whole thing to get it unbound. Other than that, you should be good to go and cut everything up to firewood size and haul it away. As you're cutting, if you notice that the chain is getting dull or loose, you need to stop and either change the chain to a sharper chain and or tighten the chain, which is these two nuts here with a screwdriver tightener device right here, which will tighten this chain up. It should never be able to lift up above the bar like that. That's perfect. The other thing is, as you seen when I was cutting, if you have to put a lot of down pressure on it, that means that chain is dull. You're working the saw harder than it needs to be worked. So then you need to stop and change that chain. anything on the ground, if you can lift the log a little bit, slide another one underneath so that you never hit the ground with that chain, because you will dowel it.
Go.
Once the tree's all done, cut up and everything, you want to make sure you got a leaf rake, a tarp, so you can rake up all the little debris that's on the ground. Get it all nice and clean. Put it all in a pile, put it on a tarp, drag it away. If need be, you might need a blower to blow the sawdust that's all over the ground, to blow that into a bed or into a pile. After that, you put the saw away, you clean it up, put everything away, jump in the truck, and away you go.
All right.